Okay, I'm just going to say it. I hate the holidays. Call me the Grinch, but I just get to a point where I hate it. I hate this time of year. And I think I finally figured out why. It has been eating at me as to why I don't enjoy this time that so many people absolutely love. And I think growing up, Christmas was so blissful. As a child, Christmas is the best because you're out of school, you have no worries, and you really have that time to be present with your family. And so now being on the other side of that, so being on the receiving side of Christmas was so much fun. It was so easy. It was beautiful. It was super meaningful. You get taken to all of these beautiful things for church. We have Christmas programs growing up. We had all sorts of fun things, live nativities, all of the things. But now being on, I think the giving side of Christmas is really tough for me because winter in general is really, really tough for me. As someone that deals with depression and anxiety, this tends to amp up during this time because people are expecting things from me when I don't have much to give. And I think that stresses me out because I am asked to do a million more things than I normally do. And it's just small things, sibling gift exchanges, telling other people what I want as a gift, and all of these things that just stress me out. And it's so interesting because this time for peace and stillness turns into something that is so occupied with consumption and just it's giving, but it's not true heartfelt giving. And I love my mental space to be able to give and reflect and think about Jesus Christ and the birth of our Savior. And it is really difficult when I am just being pulled in so many different directions. So I think that's why I hate it so much because I just want to be at home. I mean, especially I haven't been so present on the podcast because I've been working and doing other things to make a living. Also, doing things to keep my mental health in check. And this time of year is difficult. There's not as much sun. So I think there's a place for the giving. The receiving is really beautiful. The receiving end of Christmas is really beautiful. And being on the end of scheduling with two different families, getting ready to leave town, not even getting a Christmas tree because we're not going to be here for Christmas. It just feels so about everybody else rather than what I'm doing with my own specific family. So I think that will change in upcoming years, but really, really interesting. So if you're a Grinch like me, it's okay. It's really okay because during this time of winter, we are really asked to, our bodies and nature is asking us to slow down, to reflect, to survive. And that rings so true for all of the feelings that I've had because I am in survival mode right now with my mental health, with the things that I'm looking to do. And I don't want to go anywhere. And I have a lot of beautiful things happening in my life that I'm trying to figure out. And then you just stuff the holidays in there. And it's just wild. So the chaos, I feel like I'm really sensitive to that energy of busyness. Living right next to the freeway doesn't help. Just to feel and hear that busyness and that rushing all of the time. So I just want to encourage you to slow down and be present as much as you can and be meaningful and help encourage others to slow down too. I don't want any presents. I don't want any gifts. I would rather, I would rather receive a meaningful note than something that's just checked off my wish list. And it's really interesting how much more effective and connecting it can be to give something that is more meaningful and doesn't cost money. And I mean, it's all kind of cliche, but at the same time, we got to slow down. We got to really think about what Christ would have us want to do around the holidays, what he would want us to think about. And yes, it's thinking about him, but it's also not rushing around trying to do all of the things. And it is a little bit chaotic, and giving is so great. And there's going to be a little bit of chaos and stress that comes with it. But if you feel like you just don't have the extra energy already, I'm with you. I'm with you. And I just want to recognize and acknowledge that it's okay. It's okay to just want to feel the quiet and stillness of this season, because that's what it truly is about. So I truly hope that this will encourage you to slow down a little bit, to think about what really matters, to take time to give more meaningful things rather than just checking things off people's list. And I think once we gain this momentum of gift giving, and it's kind of like when I'm coaching in strength training and someone's doing a squat, and instead of intentionally going down using their muscles on the way down, they just let the weight and momentum drop. And it's not as meaningful because you're not gaining that strength, that building from the muscles going down in both the eccentric and concentric contractions. So when you are not thinking about, you're just on autopilot and you're just going, you're really not doing anything for your soul. You're not strengthening your connection. And I just want to be a voice to say, remember to slow down, remember to be intentional in all the things that you do. And if you are a kid and you are on the receiving end of Christmas, enjoy it. Enjoy not being in charge of anything. Enjoy being taken to all the fun things, and give gratitude and give thanks to your parents, grandparents, family, siblings, for those that you share that Christmas with, because enjoy it. Because Christmas as an adult is so much different than Christmas and the holiday season as a kid. And I'm so grateful for the receiving opportunity I had to have such amazing and memorable Christmases without really understanding what happened on the other side of that to make the Christmases so special. So find a balance of creating a beautiful Christmas for you and your family, but just remember to slow down. Remember that there are things that are more meaningful. Remember to give an extra dollar or some food to that person on the street, and all of these little things. And I think I was reminded of that because Jake the other night went to go get us some chips from the little Mexican mart down the street. And these people had a sign that said accepting tacos, and they were sitting by the bus stop. And Jake took the time to go back into the store, and instead of giving them money, he gave them half of our guacamole that we bought, and bought them a bag of chips, and got to talk with them. And I love that about my husband, and I love that about this season, how there's so many people who are less fortunate than we are. And I think giving doesn't have to just be to the poor, but if someone comes to mind, if someone is, on your mind and you're like, maybe I should stop by and do this. Follow that. Follow that. God's telling you to do something for that person. And we are the angels most of the time on this earth to answer other people's prayers. And so I think the gift of acknowledgement is beautiful. Let people know that you're thinking about them, that you're grateful for them, because I think that means so much more than any gift that you could give. So happy holidays. Merry Christmas, you guys. I hope you are enjoying wherever you are. Remember to slow down. Thanks for taking time to listen to this, and we'll catch you next time on Original Happiness.